What's up, y'all? It is Survivor Speaks, and I'm back with a video. Let's see, I have two people in here. Denitra, you here? Hey, girl, hey, girl. Somebody else is here with us also. We're going to just get right into it. Denitra, I believe Mel is probably here as well. She'll be dropping something in a minute. Well, anyhow, welcome to Survivor Speaks Investigates. Today we're diving into part two of the chilling case of Ali Abulaban, aka Jin Kid, the TikTok star turned assassin. But first, we're going to look at the interview. Um, it's going to be courtesy of Fox 5. I know yesterday I said you could find the interview, but I think it's interesting to see for you guys to see the interview so you can know exactly what we're dealing with. Yesterday was day one of Cross, and that was just mediocre. Day two of Cross, whole nother ball game. And I believe we're going to have to split it up because it's kind of long. I just didn't want that to be, but I think that it's definitely important to watch the video so that we can understand who we're dealing with here. He's unhinged. And I wanted to see you right after. I want you guys to see him right after they arrested him because he got arrested right after he committed these crimes. So that's going to be the interview courtesy of Fox 5 San Diego. And I'm using their interview under the fair use guidelines. Subscribe to their channel to keep up with their content if you want to. But before we watch that video first, we're going to take care of some legalities. And I'll be right back on stage. And thank you all for coming so far. Let me see over here. I pull up my chat. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm Jella. Jella's here. Demetria's here. Denitra was here. She was here yesterday. Thank you for coming again today. I think I'm going to do a giveaway today, guys. Denitra, I still got to send you some other stuff, but I think I'm going to do a giveaway today. And, of course, my Mel is here modding. And we all know how she does not play with us or with the people in the chat. So that's our Mel. Let's get right into it because I want to keep this moving right along. So let me get me off the stage. Oh, I'm sorry. Before we go and get into the legalities, I just want to let you know that the show is sponsored by Restream. I'm a Restream partner. You could create an account for free, or they have different plans that you can choose from if that's something that you want to do. It's a great platform. I've been using it for a while. So I do have to let you know that because I am a Restream partner, if you sign up for a free plan or a monthly payment plan, your girl Survivor Speaks, I get a little commission, but it's at no extra charge to you. But the show is sponsored by Restream. So let's get into these legalities over here. Get me off the screen so that we can. This video is being shown to you under the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And we're out.
Full cycle, I just might though just like a Michael. Mama gone now, I'm thinking death is now we entitled. And it was me versus me, them battles had to fight through. And when you way in the dark, them demons try to fight you. But you can't let them when you gotta see the damn light. Diabetes came from nowhere, messed up whole life. That's what I used to think, my mama helped me out. I got one dairy in the sky to make proud, don't count me out. Let's get it started, rest in peace my mama, I don't wanna talk. Fresh fit, who that little nigga, fresh the way he walk. New drip, I'm that one dude creating all the sauce. News flip, you that one do the worker, not a boss. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm standing tall. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm still gon' ball. It's safe to say that after all this, I never fall. I never fall.
What's up? What's up? What's up? So, I think I shared with you all that is my intro. Also, that's my artist, and he's my nephew. He's 17 years old, but guess what? He decided he doesn't want to do music. I explained it yesterday, and I went into great detail yesterday because he's on the spectrum. So, but you can't. He doesn't affect them. The only thing it affects when it comes to him is his attention span. Very smart, very intelligent. This is part of him being on a spectrum. So he made well, not this part of it. He made a makeshift studio at home, and he'll make a rap. He'll listen to the beat, make the rap right at the top of his dome. But once he makes the rap song, he doesn't listen to it ever again. So that's part of him being on the spectrum. He has a short attention span, and like he has like a whole album. But our last conversation was he wanted to focus on his last year in school, and he didn't want to be a rapper anymore. So yeah, I'm going with whatever he want to do. But that's him. I'll be forever playing it now. I'm going to make changes to the channel. That's all coming out, but you'll see that this was my Beyond the Chemo Room intro and everything like that. But I think I'm gonna just stick it all under one thing. I'll be letting you guys know about that. So let's get right into why we're here. So now we're going to get into this interview. Trigger warning. Mel, please drop the trigger warning in the chat. I did see some other people come in. Let me see what's up to y'all before we start looking at this video. Queen of the East, thank you for coming and welcome. Thank you. Hit that like button just in case you got to run. I do appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, Angela, Mel probably she's gonna drop that link for restream for you. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Everything that you see that's built in the back here, besides like me in my studio, all those you can take advantage of all those type of like background graphics. They already have them. They have some music inside, so they just upgraded where you can now have your own music inside as well, just like they had on the other streaming at StreamYard. But I left StreamYard because there were so many things that kept going on and on and on. And now I think they went up on their prices at StreamYard. I think I still have a basic account with them, but I don't use it. I've been using Restream because you can stream to 30 different platforms simultaneously. Normally I stream here into Facebook, but I didn't set it up that way. But it's definitely something you guys should look into. Mel is sharing some stuff. She'll drop that link. That Steph JK. Oh my goodness, I almost didn't see you down there, Steph. This is Steph. Happy Sunday, Steph. This is Steph JK. You guys know that I am in between. I started my channel to thank you, Steph, for becoming a member. So I started my channel to to report on true crime, because I was on here all the time. It was consuming all my time. So I said, why not make content? And I worked really hard at it and got myself built up. But you guys know I'm just coming back, so it's like I'm starting from square one. You know, I went through some health issues. I'll share all that with you uh, probably next month. It's Breast Cancer Survivor Month, and but Steph JK, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for becoming a member. Steph JK is over from where I watch the YSL trial. You guys should all be tuned into. The world needs to be tuned into that YSL trial. But when I do watch it, I'm at work, so I have Cat Not Williams. She has great coverage. I mean, minute by minute coverage on this YSL case. A lot of things you didn't know, a lot of things I didn't know when I was not into it, because they're on, like, I think tomorrow, Steph, we're on day 138. Um, it's a lot of prosecutorial misconduct going on over there, and everybody should be scared because it could be your child, it could be anybody. They are doing them so wrong over the on this trial, and to think they don't even have any evidence against Doug is crazy. They only have the one count on him. It's the RICO count. But what they're doing is taking all the crimes that's happening in um, Atlanta, Fulton County, wherever, regardless to whether it's what gang they belong to, and they're trying to pin them all on saying that they're doing all of this for the young Doug in furtherance of the YSL gang. I'm telling y'all, it's a trip. People need to be paying attention because Doug is the only person on trial that has the money to fight this case, and I believe that was part of what they were thinking. Let's bankrupt these guys, so you know, we can get what we want. But the whole thing is, you keep saying we want the big fish, we want the big fish, we want Doug, but they not only showed no evidence against Doug, you don't really have any evidence against these other young men that's been locked up for a couple years. It's really sad, y'all. Y'all really need to really look at that, because what they did last week, I'm not even supposed to be talking. I'm gonna just go ahead and just log in when I log into work. Steph, yeah, I'll be over there tomorrow, y'all. If y'all get a chance, I tell y'all I'm at work, so I'm listening to Cat Not Williams over there. This is one of her mods. And it's interesting. The world needs to get into it. It does need to be called out. They've had several people just pass away. One guy from trigger warning, Mel, if you're in here, drop the trigger warning link in the chat. One guy from bed bugs, like, just, and then they arrested this autistic young man who's had mental issues since he was a child, locked him up. Basically, he killed himself. The nurse in the case talking about she couldn't render any aid because her knee hurt. I can't even talk about it no more. I'm just over it. Let's get into this. Thank you for coming, Steph. Let's get into this interview. I just stuff done, came in, stuff took me somewhere else. I'm so upset about that. So here we go, you guys.
Now a story you'll see first on Fox 5, a jailhouse interview with a rising TikTok star accused of double murder. Now we want to warn you, the emotionally charged interview may be inappropriate for your viewers. And you recall in October, a man and woman were shot to death in an East Village high-rise. The suspect, estranged husband.
I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to tell you that I have put the speed up to 1.75. If it's too fast, please let me know in the chat. I'll slow it down, but I just didn't want to be here long, so I kind of speeded it up. Oh, I'm Angela. Yeah, it's a mess. If you go to Not Williams, she's KATT Not Williams. You will get a thorough. She's thorough with it. So on Twitter, you can there is Duggar Daily over there on Twitter. A lot of their attorneys are on Twitter as well. And also I do like Seti Nash. I like the way he I like his breakdowns, and there's another person that's covering it also. Oh my God, I have to think of his name. But yeah, Kat, not Williams. She's not an attorney, but she breaks things down to you in simple, language where you can understand it. And the chat is respectful, like I like it over here, and they have a lot of fun in the chat over there. So, I do, I do like going over there to, become current on that. On the Young Buck trial. But here I speeded this up, guys. If it's too fast for you, let me know, and then I'll go ahead and I'll slow it down. But I just wanted to get through this interview real quick so that we can go back to cross-examination of this guy. I need y'all to see who he is before we finish cross-examination with him.
I sat down with our Kelsey Christensen while he waits for court proceedings behind bars.
Ali Abulaban, husband,
1.5?
father, TikTok star, and also accused of double murder. Did you kill her?
Hold on. I think I put it on 1.75.
He's referring to the deaths of his estranged wife, Anna Abulaban, and her friend, Rayburn Barrett. They were shot dead October 21st in an East Village high-rise. Prosecutors say just day prior, Anna kicked Ali out of their home, so he stole the listener's iPad and used it to spy on his wife.
Hold on. Because I can't even see where. Let me change it to 1.5, and then you can let me know, Angela, if it's still too fast. I'll take it down. Yeah, I think I had it on 1. Okay. And that's his beautiful ex-wife. She rests in paradise, Anna.
So when you heard Rayburn's voice, you went to...
I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who it was.
But what were you thinking?
I was freaking out. Oh my God.
All right, let me slow it down. He's crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just, hold on. Let me take it down. Even 1.5 is still too kind of fast. So, let me put it down to 1, 2, or 5. If not, we're going to have to just watch it on normal. Let me know if this is all right for you guys.
As you're driving to the apartment. What happens when you get to the apartment? What did you think? What did you think?
Nothing. I didn't think that. I don't know. It was absurd. I felt like I was on the passenger seat of my own body. When I opened the door and saw who it was, broke my heart. It's just you kissing Ray on my couch with his feet on my table. I'm running my apartment, my life, in the house that my daughter sleeps in on the furniture that I put together. What do you expect a man to feel? Happy? Well, I guess that's the end of my marriage. No! That's my family!
Prosecutors say Ali confessed to both police and his mother and Rayburn and accused his wife of cheating, though at the time prosecutors say Rayburn was just a friend.
I never admitted anything. Police say they have evidence against me. I don't know what it is.
So the prosecution says that you admitted to your mother that you did this, and then you pled not guilty. Can you explain that?
No, I can't.
Shortly after the shooting, Ali was arrested driving on the 15. Police say he had a gun and his 5-year-old daughter in the car.
She was with me when I got arrested.
Did you have a gun in the
I
car?
picked her up from school so that I could drop her off at a safe location at my dad's wife's brother, who lived an hour away. But police surrounded me on the highway.
Why did you pick her up?
I picked her up.
From school? Why did you pick her up from school?
Why wouldn't I?
But you picked her up early, correct? Why'd you pick her up early?
Why wouldn't I?
Did you know what had happened?
About what?
Your wife being shot.
I'm the one who called the police. Reported it.
I know.
I found him. When I found him, my first instinct was to save my daughter for her safety. To drop her off at a safe location. I wasn't running away. I wasn't doing anything. I have nothing to hide.
What happened when you found them? No. Ali says he, Anna, and their daughter moved to San Diego in February 2021. He talks fondly about their old life in Virginia.
So we owned a home in Virginia. We had the American dream. We have 2 cars. Our life is great. So I said, let me pick up another hobby.
That hobby is his TikTok personality, Jin Kid. He made videos impersonating violent characters and built quite a following, nearly 1 million fans. He crafted his online persona after his favorite film, character, and actor, Al Pacino's Tony Montana from Scarface.
I'm mistaking my video. I'm just full of everything. It's my craft. It's my baby. That's what I do. I wanted to be an actor. And I was right there. I was right there. The weekend before all this happened, I was in LA at the Comedy Store. I was talking to producers. I was about to have a talent agent. It was right there.
He says he and Anna grew apart after they settled in San Diego. He blames the move and their lifestyle choices for ruining their marriage.
That was part of the downfall because my wife brought us. She wanted me to move her out here with her friends. To a life where there's Taco Tuesday, Women Wednesday, Party Saturday, Bar Sunday.
Ali says Anna partied too much, but when we spoke to Anna's childhood friend and Ali's cousin, they painted a different picture.
He's a bad guy. There's nothing good about him. He's selfish. That's all I can say, is selfish.
Pulls out like a full bag of cocaine, not like a little bag, a big bag. And we're like, what the hell? You know, are you trying to get us all in trouble? He goes, I'm Jin Kid. I can do whatever I want. Nobody can touch me. I'm Jin Kid, you know?
And Ali, your family says that your social media fame changed you. They say that you were doing cocaine, didn't really care about the consequences.
Nope.
Are they right?
That's false. My family doesn't know anything because they never cared.
I asked again about his cocaine use.
Do you think that made you snap? Do you think it changed you?
Yeah, it messed with my brain. It made me violent, it made me like aggressive, you know? When I want it, yeah.
Prosecutors say Anna was planning to file a restraining order and that Ali has a history of domestic violence, something Anna's best friend confirms, even though Ali denies ever hitting Anna.
Were you feeling any remorse about this situation?
I'm broken, I'm devastated, I lost my wife. My goal was to just try to get a hold of my family. It was slipping through my fingers. I'm the loser here. I lost the love of my life. I lost the love of my life. Everybody I reached out to when I was going through this problem, when I couldn't get a hold of Anna. Dude, you gotta leave her, you gotta leave her. I know I gotta leave her, but I don't wanna leave her. Dude, you're so handsome, you're famous on the internet, you can get any model. I know I can. I don't want to. I want my wife.
Could anyone else have Anna?
Huh?
Could anyone else have Anna?
Not unless he's married to me.
And Ali is charged with 2 counts of first degree murder and faces life in prison. If convicted, the death penalty is also on the table. His next court date is set for next month. And his best friend Casey, who you just heard from briefly, was also friends with Rayburn Barron. That's the other victim. She's speaking publicly for the very first time since the shooting, and she paints a much different picture about Ali and Anna's relationship. We'll bring you her story tomorrow night right here on Fox 5.
A lot of different perspectives here that you're hearing, playing out throughout this case, Kelsey. Any indication why?
So, yeah, that's the part of I wanted you guys to hear that interview because, he is the disgusting individual. I don't know why he doesn't think so, but yeah, he's disgusting. He's the victim, but, he's worse on the stand. So I wanted to, have you guys watch that first. Because yesterday we went right into Cross, and I wanted you to how entitled this guy thinks that he is, and how he treated not only his wife, he did these things in front of his girlfriend. And if you ever get to watch so this case happened in 2020. He was just sentenced. If you ever months ago, if you ever get to watch on the story about this, please do, because this guy was out of control. He was out of control. Hold on 1 minute. So yeah, this thing just started. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get this next video up. He's out of control. We're going to go right back, right to cross-examination. He's worse. than he was yesterday. If you was here yesterday, you got a taste of who he was. He's worse than that on the stand. Yesterday he was nice on the stand. Today is a whole different day. Um, yep, Steph JK, he is definitely unhinged. We already know about, autocorrect. And Angela, you are absolutely right. He is clearly a narcissist, but he takes it to a whole other level. If you missed the live yesterday, I was like, wait, who does he think he is? He tried to get the judge to put somebody out the courtroom. I said, this guy is unreal. So let's get right into his cross. Thank you, Mel, for putting that in the chat. The trigger warning in the. I am probably going to put it on the screen as well, but yeah, that's what it is. Thanks, Mel. Mel, drop your channel in the chat right now, please. So Mel is not only a mod, Mel has a chat. She goes over all types of, she has all different type of content. You want to know what's going on in New York? The rest of what's going on in New York whenever the stuff is written. Oh, okay. Thank you, Steph JK. So Mel, drop your channel in the chat. Mel has content over there on her channel as well. She does a variety of things. She has a show called Mel After Dark. You can drop that in the chat too, where you have the kids need to be in the bed when that Mel After Dark comes on. It's adult conversation over there. So check Melanie Jones Said So out over there. She's the home of the 100 Signs and the Boots. And she's always on the ground and here for me. And so shout out to Mel. You guys can just drop some hundreds and boots in the chat for Mel. Let's get right on to this story though. Mel be in 2 or 3 different places. She might be here. Mel might be here. Let's go, y'all. Let me see. Should we try this on 125 too? Let's see. I don't think I adjusted it at all.
Yesterday we talked about you going, or Anna coming back to the apartment to have sex with you in the middle of the night, right? You said it happened in October?
It was my belief that it happened in October, but it may not have had.
That was your testimony yesterday though, right? That it
Correct, but
October.
Correct, but upon reflection, I'm not exactly sure if it happened in October.
You testified that Anna came over after a wedding?
Yes.
A friend's wedding?
Yes.
Right. And showing you People's Exhibit 212. Did you take a look at this exhibit? Who's shown there?
Julia, Anna, and Alicia.
Okay. And this was Anna going to her friend Christina's wedding on September 18th, 2021, correct?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay. So if she came over to have sex with you in the middle of the night, it was on that date, not October, right?
Correct. It's a misunderstanding.
And you said upon reflection, you mean upon seeing this exhibit?
No, prior to me even entering the courtroom today.
Okay, looking at People's 79, page 16, this was a conversation that you had with another woman named Julia on October 14th, correct? It's not in that packet in front of you. You can just look on the screen.
Okay.
But do you remember me showing these exhibits to the detective?
I do, yes.
Okay. There was a picture of a woman, Julia, that she sent to you?
Correct.
Correct? And you had a full-on conversation with her on October 14th, ending with calling her a goddess?
Yeah.
Your goddess?
Not my goddess. Well,
You said, night, my energy healing goddess of Venus?
yeah, I was being a little, I was joking around, but the primary reason that I was contacting her was she was offering me, she said she was a spiritist, some kind of medium. She had told me, she had reached out to me on Instagram with a voice message. And she says, and I thought this was weird because I don't normally believe in mediums and spiritists, but she said, I'm being told to tell you that in order for you to get to the next stage of your life, you have to let go of what you're holding on to. And I thought that was so strange that I immediately gave her my phone number and said, let's talk about this. And so she told me that she does that for a living, where she does energy healing through like FaceTime or any kind of video communications.
Right. You were flirting with this woman on Instagram, correct?
I was, yes.
Okay. And that's okay for you to do, but not Anna, right?
Anna's free to do what she wants to do.
Oh, she is. So she was free to see Ray.
No, she wasn't.
You just said she was free to do what she wants because you were separated, right?
You asked me if Anna was free to speak to other people.
But she was not free to speak to other people in your mind, right?
She has plenty of friends. She has plenty of people she can speak to.
I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about.
If you're talking about a
flirting.
sexual relationship, no. Sorry, if you're referring to a sexual relationship, no.
You are flirting with another woman, and my question was, you are entitled to do that, but Anna was not entitled to do the same with other men, correct?
I'm not exactly sure if she did that or not.
She wasn't entitled to in your mind, correct?
That's not how I look at it, no.
But that's what you told her. You constantly told her about her being with other men, seeing other men, cheating on you, things like that in October, correct?
My concern was I understood that I had done something terrible multiple times.
But you said those things to her.
And
That's
my
question.
intentions with saying those things to her was, I understand if you need space, you want to stay at your friend's house, but I want to understand, are you going to be seeing some other people? She would never directly answer that question. She would leave me in the loop. She would leave me in some kind of void of confusion. She would tell me often to go talk to other people, and I would argue that. But these like flirtations conversations, or like Ashley Sanchez, these are moments of my loneliest moments. These are moments where I was hurting and alone, and I'm not sure what the status is of me and Anna's relationship because I'm confused.
But again, you were allowed to do these things, flirt with other women and be with other women, but Anna was not free to do that with other men, correct?
I don't know whether or not she was doing that with other men, but if she did,
in your mind, she was not free to do those things with other men.
I would have preferred if she didn't.
Okay, looking at People's 167, page 13, this was a photograph that you took with another woman on October 15, 2021, correct?
Correct.
And then you rubbed this photograph in Anna's face, correct?
I did.
Yep, you sent it to her, and then you left her a nasty audio message about this woman, correct? Moving on with this woman.
Right. That was when I was in LA at the Comedy Store in Santa Monica Boulevard.
I'm not asking for an explanation. I'm asking you, you sent this to Anna, and you were free to take pictures and flirt with other women, correct?
So I had told Anna that this is somebody that I'm seeing, but that was a blatant lie. I was just trying to hurt her feelings. I was just trying to get under her skin. That is just someone who recognized me and just took a picture. Her boyfriend was right there.
This is another attempt for you to be controlling over Anna, correct?
It's another attempt of me trying to vent my frustration of how things are going between me and Anna.
And often during your marriage to Anna in 2021, you were degrading to her in front of her friends, correct?
No, I would not be degrading to Anna. What I would do is blatantly state if I have a problem with something her friends are doing right in front of them.
You would call Anna ugly in front of her friends?
I would never call her ugly. She's the most beautiful woman to me.
You would tell Anna what to wear and what not to wear, right?
My fashion is terrible. I love her fashion.
You would tell her what male she could or could not be around, correct?
No, she was around a lot of males that I was hanging out with, but I would tell her if I felt somebody was not someone good that she would talk to. Yes.
You would tell her that she could not go out with other people without you, correct?
No, that's not true.
Right. You actually always had to be with her going out, right?
That's not true. I worked 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. What do you think she was doing at those times? She was out at the gym with her girlfriends, going to get her nails done, going to lunch, taking the daughters to the park. These are things that don't include me.
Going out at night to bars and clubs and other things, you would often tell her that she couldn't go out without you.
I would say that I know that if she were to just go out with her girlfriends, of course she could go out. But I know what the friend group consists of. It is not just girls. It is men that these women are sleeping with. And these are people that I'm supposed to be friends with, that my wife wants me to be friends with. So of course I'm not comfortable me being left out of that. So yes.
You sent Anna a text message on October 15th telling her, hope you and Ray enjoy each other, right?
When did I say that?
I'm asking you. I'm not showing you anything. I'm asking you. You sent her that text on October 15th, 2021.
I don't recall that text.
It's not a surprise to you that she and Ray would go out together, right?
Are you kidding me? I had no idea about it. The fuck?
Looking in front of you at the packet, 176, page 56. This was a text message series that you sent to Anna on October 15th, 2021, telling her, by the way, when I fucked Nikki, she was on her period, right?
Yeah.
So you were telling Anna that you did in fact have sex with Nikki.
Again, this is me just trying to hurt her emotionally.
And you were laughing at her. Ha 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 ha.
Correct. Because I wanted her to feel somewhat of the pain that I was feeling. about our situation, the situation of our relationship.
There's multiple text messages that Anna sent you, including October 18th, 2021, where she said to you, I don't love you. Correct?
Sure, yeah.
Multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
In those days before the shooting, correct?
Right. But she also has told me that she does love me.
I'm asking you.
Okay, and I'm telling you.
It's in none of these texts, correct?
Not specifically in those texts, no.
On October 19th, you were harassing her. See, this is People's 176, page 41. You were harassing her and telling her you're coming over to the apartment, and she told you to leave her alone. This is harassment, right?
Yes.
You texted her that, right?
Sure, yes.
She didn't want anything to do with you, and you just kept badgering her, correct?
I wanted to see her at times, yes.
Okay, on October 20th of 2021, you left an Instagram voice message for a user named Mediterranean, correct?
Sure.
You heard that recording that I played in court, correct?
Was it the one that says, I don't know what I'll do, I'll go to jail, bro, or something?
Yes, specifically, you said that you would go to jail if you ever found Anna with another man, correct? You said
I said that in
correct?
the audio, yes.
Because the day before, you're already thinking about doing something badly to any man that Anna was with, correct?
That's not correct. My intentions is, look, first of all, this is a random follower. You have to think about what position I am in life where I'm reaching out to strangers for help about relationships or coping. Didn't have anybody to reach out to. I was completely cut off from all my friends in San Diego. My own family cut me off. And the only person I had to rely on for information about my relationship was Anna, and I didn't have access to her. She wasn't communicating with me efficiently. And another thing is I would reach out to these guys who'd say that they at some point have experienced something similar. So that's why I would say things. I think in that audio I said, see, that's what pisses me off. I feel like we can't fight for our relationships. That's how I felt like. I felt like I was being pushed out of my own relationship.
And you felt that you would go to jail if you ever saw Anna with another man. That's
Look,
what you said, correct?
I said that, but what does that mean? I mean, it doesn't say anything about me wanting to end someone's life. It just says I'd go to jail. Maybe I'd go crazy and punch somebody. I mean, this is something my dad used to say a lot. And
But
I
you
just
didn't punch Ray. You shot him, correct?
I didn't even know Ray was involved until I walked in.
All right. Multiple times, Anna told you she wanted a restraining order against you, correct?
It was an empty threat.
Okay. On multiple dates in September and October of 2021, Anna told you she wanted a restraining order against you.
She also told me she actually got one.
She told you she wanted one, correct?
She told me she actually got one.
She wanted a restraining order because you were abusive to her, correct?
No, because I've had instances where I was physical with her.
And you convinced her time and time again not to get one, right?
I may have only convinced her once or twice, but there was
once or twice?
But there was a point in time where she told me she specifically got the TRO, and I looked up how TROs work, and I was never served paperwork.
My question to you is you wanting to convince her not to get one, not whether she got one, you convincing her not to get one.
I don't know whether or not I convinced her, but I certainly told her that there would be consequences on our life, like as far as my job, my clearance. I was the only provider financially.
And she had every right to get a restraining order against you, correct?
Absolutely.
And you did not want her to.
Of course I wouldn't want her more.
And you told her multiple times in text messages not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I probably advised or asked her not to get one.
And you also told her multiple times, either over the phone or in person, not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I can't recall that.
You told your friend Sammy to convince Anna not to get a restraining order against you, right?
So I asked my friend Sammy to kind of intervene in between us, kind of be the middleman. Again, it was very hard for me to communicate with Anna. So I was reaching out to anyone I could think of who could help me in this situation.
You told your friend Sammy, and you asked for his help to convince Anna not to get a restraining order in October, correct?
Correct.
And you also asked your parents to talk to Anna about not getting a restraining order.
No, I think they just mentioned that on their own.
Then they both separately told Anna on their own not to get a restraining order against you, correct?
I don't know what they told me. I was not present for these conversations.
But you know that they both said that, right?
I don't know that.
You heard your mom testify about that?
I heard her. That was the first time I heard her say that because I don't know these conversations.
You told Anna that it would affect your security clearance if she got a restraining order against you.
Which is true.
Correct? And you did not want your clearance affected, right?
That wasn't the only reason, but that was one of the reasons, yes.
You told her not to get a restraining order because it would affect Amira.
It
correct?
would.
And your ability to see her, correct?
Correct.
And you told her not to get a restraining order because it would be a long and exhausting legal road, correct?
I don't know what the process is of getting a TRO is.
But you said that to her, correct?
Perhaps I did.
And you didn't want a restraining order against you because then you would have to give up your gun, right?
No, that's not. I never even mentioned my gun.
You know that when you have a restraining order against you, you cannot own a firearm, correct?
I did not know that, and that was not even my concern at the time.
All right, yesterday you testified about your friend Chris Faison visiting you, right?
Correct.
At your apartment? He stayed with you at the apartment?
Yes.
Right? You stayed for a couple days?
I think like a week.
Okay. And you said that when Chris visited you, you looked up those escorts for fun, right?
We were considering it.
Okay. And so you were considering getting an escort for yourself?
At first, it was me helping him to get one, but then I played with the idea.
Okay. So that was okay for you to do, get an escort, but Anna couldn't do the same, right?
Well, you're so convinced that we were separated, are you not?
You cannot ask me a question.
What's wrong about that? Anna wasn't with me, right?
Right. So, but it's perfectly okay for you to sleep with another woman, but Anna could not do the same with another man, right?
I have not slept with another woman. I massaged another woman.
I'm talking about the escorts. It was okay for you to
We
get
never
an escort.
hired anyone.
You have to wait till I finish my question.
Okay.
It was okay for you to go out and get an escort and have sex, but Anna could not do the same with another man, correct?
Neither of those things happened.
And you told us that Chris was concerned about messages from the cartel.
No, it was a spam, or it was a scam text that he received. One of the numbers on that escort website, I forget what it was called, triggered a scam. It also happened to me too.
Okay, and so this happened while he was with you at your apartment? You got this scam text?
They contacted him while he was with me, but they contacted me after he had left.
Okay.
They sent the same photos.
And Chris Faison visited you in San Diego on October 1st of 2021, correct?
I believe, yes.
Okay. But you started searching for escorts on September 6th of 2021, right?
Have I?
Take a look at People's 176, page 57. These are the web searches from your cell phone. There's a page in front of you as well, page 57. You started searching for escorts on September 6, 2021, correct?
Try to remember what I was doing at that time.
It's not about remembering, it's about looking at the exhibit. These are the web searches from your cell phone. You were searching for escorts on September 6th of 2021.
I don't recall doing that.
Correct?
It's there, but I don't recall doing that.
And Chris Faison was not visiting you then, right?
No.
And then turning to People's 176, page 58. This is another list of searches for escorts on your cell phone, correct?
Sure.
And this is from September 14th of 2021.
Okay.
Right? And this is the middle of the night. This is minus 7 hours. So about 3:30 in the morning, over and over again, you're searching for escorts, correct?
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah, sure. I was alone.
And People's 176, page 12. This is another list of you searching for escorts on October 2nd of 2021, correct?
That would probably be the night when Chris was there.
Right? And then looking at People's 176, page 59, this is another of you searching for escorts on October 11th, 2021, correct?
Correct.
So there were at least 4 different dates that you in your phone searched for escorts while you claimed to be in love with and married to Anna, correct?
That's not even relevant. My love for Anna doesn't change the fact that I was lonely. I was very lonely. She was not in the house. She was gone. She was confusing me about the status of our relationship. I have needs, but I looked them up, but I never hired one. There's no evidence that I hired one ever.
And then you talked to your friend Jean about getting a prostitute, right?
No, he told me about some massage parlor apparently in San Diego that they go the extra mile if you pay them extra. And
again,
he's the one who told me about
This
that.
is all okay for you to do.
You have to understand,
Anna.
I was confused about where the hell I was in my relationship. There's nothing wrong with searching this stuff up. I mean, I was lonely. I was freaking out. And you got to keep in mind, I'm thinking Anna's out with men. The whole time, I'm thinking she's sleeping around and just not telling me about it. So I was just trying to cope. I was confused. And all these months, it was like the most confusing time of my life. I was on drugs 24/7. I wasn't thinking clearly. I'm confused. One minute I'm angry. One minute I'm crying. One minute I love you, Anna. One minute I hate you, Anna. But none of that is consistent. I was not in the right frame of mind during this time period.
So again, you're blaming Anna and your cocaine use on you searching for escorts, right?
No, I'm blaming myself in the mindset that I was in and the situation of our relationship. The whole thing was confusing. There was never a point where the only thing I wanted to do with Anna was communicate as to what she wanted to do or where do we stand. Do you want to be separated? Do you need space? I'll give you space. But does that mean you see other people? She would never answer those questions. She would leave me hanging for days on end, night after
Objection,
night.
narrative. Okay, let's talk about some of your other web searches. People's 176, page 13. You did multiple searches for audio monitoring and how to plant a listening device, correct?
I did actually.
And you looked at many, many different websites with different audio monitors, correct?
Yep, and I looked for websites that I could purchase devices, but I found nothing.
Right. And you read about how to use a cell phone as a listening device, correct?
Correct.
Okay. You read about how to put a bug in a cell phone, correct?
I don't know if the word bug was the word used, but I was looking for a way to monitor somebody else's cell phone, yes.
You looked at different stores like B&H to purchase audio surveillance, right?
I'm not exactly sure the websites I went to, but I was just trying to see what's available, how they work. But anything that I even remotely came across had this weird complication via the other phone has to download this feature first, or you have to be within 50 feet of. I was trying to find out the truth about what Anna was up to and what was our relationship. So yes, I was looking these things up, but ultimately I didn't find anything that seemed to work. So I dropped the idea.
You looked it up for hours and hours upon hours, correct?
I can't confirm that.
You read an article about husband turned into stalker and planted spy devices in ex-wife's bedroom, correct?
So that article, I did not look it up specifically, but it was a related search result when I was looking for these devices.
You clicked on that
I clicked on it.
article,
Why?
correct?
Yeah, sorry. I clicked on it, yes. Why? Because I just wanted to see what did he use? What method did he? Because I couldn't find a way to do it. So I was just curious to see how he did it.
You wanted to spy on your wife, correct?
I wanted to discover, is she seeing somebody?
And you made sure to make a plan to catch Anna with another man, correct?
No, I was not successful in conducting any kind of plan. I had searched into it to see if there's anything I could use. Ultimately, I was unsuccessful.
Well, you did find a plan. It was Discord,
It was not until the day of, in that moment, through all that chaos when I'm trashing the apartment and I see she's lying, that I just had that idea. Because if I had that idea beforehand, I would not have searched for these things. It just came.
Okay. October 17th of 2021, this is People's 176, page 15. You searched for chopped bodies, correct?
I did.
And you searched for decapitated heads, correct?
Right.
Okay. And the searches that you were doing were at 10:30 p.m. after that dinner you had with Anna, correct?
Do you see where it says decapitated head cartel?
I asked you a question. You did these searches right after that dinner you had with Anna where you punched her in the eye, correct?
I may have, but it's not related to the dinner. This is just me back when I'm at my home, coked out of my mind, reviewing things that I've been thinking throughout the whole month, like what happened with Chris, the text messages I'm getting. So I just happened to think about it. Like, let me see if I can find those damn pictures.
Okay, so it's an hour and a half after you hurt Anna, you were searching chopped bodies, and that was related to something that happened weeks prior?
I don't know the time frame, but those text messages that I got, the same scam, happened to me very recently.
You told us that Chris showed you that scam text when he was visiting at the beginning of October, correct?
It happened in front of me.
Right? But weeks later, you're searching for chopped bodies and decapitated heads, right?
Because that's when it happened to me. I wanted to see if these are fake. It was pretty scary how they listed the 10 most closest members of my family. So I had an idea it was a scam, but at the same time, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should not take this lightly.
You were mad at Anna after that dinner because she told you over and over again that she did not want to be married to you, correct? You were mad at Anna. Answer the question, please.
I was mad at Anna because she did not want to communicate with me, which was the intention of that dinner. I was hoping to communicate, and she had just, not she, I'll take responsibility. It did not go well. And I tried to talk to her in the car, and she kept telling me to get out, and she threatened to call the cops. That's why I got mad. It wasn't about her saying she doesn't want to be married to me.
You realized that she was not coming back to you, right?
I did not realize that. I just realized she's just being difficult. That's how I took it.
That night, October 17th, you were violent and angry with her, correct?
I became violent at the last second, yes.
And then right after that dinner, you looked up chopped bodies, right?
Again, it's not related. Can I ask, why? What do I get from searching chopped bodies, seeing pictures of chopped bodies? What is that going to do? Teach me how to chop a body?
You're not allowed to ask me questions.
I'm just trying to figure out your mindset, where you're going with this. It's weird, yes, that I would search that up.
Objection, non-responsive.
I guess I've seen that. All right, remember.
Question.
Answer the question. Thank you.
Sorry.
You looked at multiple different websites on chopped bodies and decapitated heads, correct?
No, I never left Google search results.
You looked at many, many Google images of chopped bodies, correct?
That sounds more like it. I never left Google.
You looked at many, many images of decapitated heads, correct?
Yes, I was looking for specific images that I was getting spam texted.
On October 18th of 2021, you were conducting research on your phone, looking at the profiles of other women, correct?
Okay.
Yes, you were doing that, correct?
Yes.
And on October 18th, you were also researching teen porn videos, correct?
What? What did you just say?
That's what you were researching, correct?
Say it again?
Teen porn videos.
You're out your mind.
Okay. On October 19th, you were researching Sean Torres, correct?
Show me the teen shit you just said. You want to pay me some kind of fucking child molester? Show me. Show me. What you just said. I've never seen that in Discovery. I've been incarcerated 3 years. You never showed that to my team. Where did you get that?
It's in your phone.
Show it.
You researched Sean Torres on October 19th.
Show me what you just said. We're not going to breeze over that.
Mr.
You're not going to
Abulaban,
paint me as something I'm not.
You researched Sean Torres on October 19th, 2021, correct?
I don't recall doing that.
On October of 2021, you were looking up Scarface and Breaking Bad, correct?
It's my favorite movie, my favorite TV show.
Those are shows that involve a lot of shooting and killing, correct?
Sure.
All right, and you told us yesterday that you were searching trash cans to put a trash can on Anna's profile picture on your phone, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you did that when you were in the apartment and you were mad that she wasn't home, right?
I was mad that she lied to me.
Right. So what you said was you were researching or you were looking up those trash cans while you're inside the apartment, correct?
I believe so.
And then you assigned that trash can photo to her profile while you were still in the apartment?
Yes, it might have been some point that day, but I don't remember if it's exactly in that moment.
Okay, and looking at People's 176, page 20, these were the searches that you did for trash cans, correct?
I don't remember what the results were, but I'm sure that that's what would pop up if you search trash can.
But this is one of the websites that came up that is on your phone as to the trash cans you searched, correct?
This is Google, and those are results from Google. These are not. These are images populated by Google. You keep saying I search websites. I never left Google.
Right. But Google's a website, right?
Yes.
So but you were searching on Google for different images of trash cans, correct?
Yes.
And none of these trash cans have any trash in them, right? They're all empty, right?
Okay.
Yes. Is that correct?
I can't confirm that those were the exact results when I searched it. This looks like somebody else who may have searched it and took a screenshot.
So someone else searched for trash cans on your cell phone?
You're saying the screenshot was on my cell phone?
This is a screenshot from your cell phone, from a website that you looked at.
Google?
Yes.
Okay, well those are empty trash cans.
Correct. And this is what you were searching on October 21st,
Trash
2021,
cans.
correct?
Yes. Sorry.
All right, looking at People's 176, page 60, these are some more searches that you did on your cell phone on October 21st, 2021 for trash cans, correct?
I searched for trash cans, but I don't know. It says last visited. I don't know what it means by that. I don't know what it's in reference to. But if you're trying to imply that I searched for trash cans at 3:50 after the shooting, you're out of your mind.
Okay.
Because
So,
I'm on the road the whole
right.
time.
But you understand that that's UTC time, so those times are 7 hours later than the actual time you searched, correct?
See, that's very manipulative because I did not know that that's UTC, and I'm sure people here didn't, because that says I looked at it at what 3:50. So
Mr.
had I not said anything just now, you probably wouldn't have pointed that out. You probably would have made it seem like I did that immediately after the shooting. I would not have done that.
Mr. Abulaban, I'm asking you about these searches that are on your cell phone.
I did look for trash cans, but it was not at 3:50 p.m.
I'm not
PST.
saying it was.
I'm sure
These
you
are-
would have if I had not said anything.
These are searches from your cell phone, correct? You did all of these searches, looked at all these different websites, correct?
Again, these are not different websites. I was on Google. I did one search of trash cans, and these are various different images who have their own individual links.
Correct.
But I did not click on any of them.
But you looked at different Google's image sites for trash cans, correct?
Right. So like when you click on a picture on Google, it'll pop up bigger, and then you can just hit. You can keep swiping. They each have their own individual URL link, but that doesn't mean I went on the actual website. So that's what that is.
Okay. And you did these searches. The very first search for the trash can was starting at 8:50 a.m., correct?
That sounds about right.
So when your phone pulls up UTC, the actual time is 7 hours earlier for Pacific time. You know that, correct?
I learned that during this trial.
Right. And in fact, the defense had your own exhibit with the trash cans also showing the time of 8:50 that you searched for trash cans, correct?
Which would be around the time that I went to go visit Anna.
You were not in the apartment at 8:50 a.m., correct?
Okay. I said at some point that day I got mad at Anna and looked up trash cans.
That's not what you said.
I
You
did.
said you did the searches of trash cans while you're in the apartment, but you started searching for trash cans at 8:50 a.m. on October 21st, correct?
Perhaps I did.
Okay.
But I was mad about the roses.
No. You didn't know about the roses yet at 8:50.
The roses delivered around what, 8:09?
Mr. Abulaban, do not look at your attorney for advice.
Okay, but
Answer the questions.
we have a receipt of the delivery, and I think that it was before 8:50 it
You
landed.
did not know that the flowers were smushed by a makeup bag until you were inside the apartment
That's right.
well after 9 a.m., correct?
That's correct. But I didn't know that Anna did not acknowledge my flight about that.
You were looking up trash cans well before you even entered the apartment on October 21st, correct?
Correct.
So you were looking up trash cans because you wanted to hide some bodies, correct?
I'm sorry. You're out of your mind.
You were not being honest about the fact that you first started searching for trash cans when you were inside the apartment.
Excuse me. Did I not change her profile photo and her contact name to trash?
You were not
That is
being
why I looked.
truthful about first starting to search for trash cans.
It's not that I wasn't being truthful. It's just that there's certain details that I don't remember exactly. That was a very traumatic day for me. That the whole month was confusing to me. I made it clear that there are moments of that day that I don't exactly remember. I was trying to explain to the best of my memory. I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to twist anything. I have nothing to hide. And I have not hidden anything since the day of.
Since the day of?
I mean, I have been completely honest at the right times, like as soon as I needed to the right people. The only time I wasn't honest was in that 911 phone call because I wasn't ready to say it was me yet.
The only time you weren't honest during this whole case was on the 911 call?
Objection, Your Honor, the state's testimony.
I have been telling the truth.
You admitted multiple times during my questions of you that you have lied, correct?
No, I didn't. Oh, well, I've lied to Anna. I've never lied on the stand. See how they twist things? That's crazy.
All right. The morning of October 21st, you left an apology video. You sent an apology video to Anna, right?
What time did I do that?
On October 21st.
Yes, in the morning, 5 in the morning.
Yeah, we saw that video, correct?
Yes.
And that was you, again, apologizing for treating her horribly, correct?
Which is, I think, is a nice gesture.
Which you had to do many times during your marriage.
Yes.
You were violent and rude to her, and then you had to apologize, correct?
Yes.
And you told Anna you loved her in that video, and she never said it back, correct?
I even mentioned in the video, you don't have to respond to this. I just want you to know.
She never said I love you back that day, correct?
She didn't, but she said thank you for the video, or it was sweet, something along those lines.
She didn't say I love you to you, correct?
Why would she need to? I told her she didn't need to in the video.
In the video, you told her that you were glad about her friends, right? You were glad she had friends?
I was happy that she has good supporting friends, yes.
But you hated her friends, right?
I just told you yesterday, I actually really liked them. It's just there were certain aspects of their life that was bleeding into my marriage.
You ultimately started hating all of her friends, correct?
Hey, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody, but sometimes I just, my priority is my family, my wife, my daughter. But what happens is when we jumped into this San Diego lifestyle, I felt like we forced ourselves into this friend group. They didn't give a shit about me. They don't care about me. Anna was flourishing, and that's great. But at the same time, I was losing Anna, and she was telling me to just focus on the guys, be like guys. I was having a hard time fitting in. But ultimately, I never stopped her from hanging out with them. I had these people at my house all the time. I took care of them. I welcomed them with love. It wasn't until the promiscuousness, it wasn't until their life was bleeding into my marriage and it started changing Anna. I saw threats to my marriage. I thought threats to what we had built together. She was distracted by this lifestyle.
You left Anna multiple audio messages talking about her friends and berating them, correct?
Say it again?
Berating them, correct?
Yeah, I've said mean things about them, yes.
Yes, about Julia, Claire, Diana, right?
Sure.
Right. You told us that Anna thanked you for the groceries, but not the flowers, right?
Correct.
And you felt disrespected by that, right?
I was hurt, not disrespected. I was just hurt because I was really banking that she would say something. I was trying to make an impression on her.
Okay, just to summarize from yesterday, your testimony regarding when you went to the apartment. You said you went up to the apartment in the morning and you entered, and then you saw the flowers crushed by the makeup bag, right?
Yes.
And then that's when you started rummaging through the office and the apartment, right?
Yeah, I was looking at her, some of her stuff, yes.
And then you said you made that phone call to Anna, right? Where you were mad that she wasn't home?
Okay, so I don't remember the exact order of events. That day is very hazy to me, okay? So I don't know if you're trying to catch me on something I said incorrectly, but what I'm saying is I know it happened, but it may have been out of order.
You said that you made that phone call to Anna and then you paused your audio recording, right?
I remember saying that, but I'm not exactly sure if that's how it
that's what you testified to under oath, right?
I'm trying to remember, yes. I'm trying to remember these things.
So you made that phone call to Anna and you were accusing her of cheating and knowing she's not home and things like that, right?
Yes, I did.
Right, because you were in the apartment and you knew she wasn't home, right?
Yeah, what set me off was she said she was home. When I asked her where she was, she said she was home, but I was in the home.
And then you said that you went back and that's when you threw away her clothes, right?
And when she had lied to me like that, I had accused her of cheating. She said, "You're so stupid, I'm going to block you."
Right, but after that
when
phone
she blocked
call,
me, the conversation was over. I went in a fit. I was going crazy. I was screaming. I was throwing the groceries around. I grabbed her possessions, and I feel really bad about it, but that's what I did in the moment.
Okay, so you went back in the apartment, and that's when you trashed the pumpkin and the flowers and things like that, right?
I never left the apartment. I was going in and out from the trash chute to the apartment. So,
okay, so but you were trashing the apartment with the pumpkin and the flowers, and then going to throw out the clothes, right?
I mean, I just grabbed random stuff.
Right, and then, so you were going back and forth doing those things?
Yeah, I was going back and forth from the trash chute to my apartment.
Okay, and then you said that's when you thought about setting up the iPad, right?
No, I was thinking, because I suddenly got hit with a really intense exhaustion. I almost felt like I was going to faint. I knew I couldn't just be there. I had to go back and sleep. I had not slept since the day before. You remember the video on 5 a.m. The point I'm trying to make is I didn't want to lose this opportunity to find out the truth because I was planning to move to LA. And I just didn't want to go there. See, let me just tell you how I felt because I felt like when I just want to explain something.
Non-responsive.
I'm just trying to say there's my actions. I'm not justifying my actions, but there's reasons why I was being like that. My fear is she's not being honest with me as to where we are with this relationship. She tells me she'll never cheat on me. She'll never make the same mistake as I did. I acknowledge my mistake. I knew, I told my friend that I was going to move in with him temporarily because I needed to remove myself from that toxic environment. And I understand that I was a lot of the cause of the toxicity. But I was trying to help and diffuse the situation. But I also was scared that by going to LA, it would give Anna the impression that, okay, he's done. I can just go see whoever I want. You know, like I was scared. I'm just scared and I'm angry.
My question, though, was that you set up the iPad after throwing out the items.
So, yeah. So as I'm like getting tired, I saw my daughter's iPad on the table and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, what? I can't just stay here. I don't know if she's going to come back and I don't know if she's going to come back with the guy. So it was the dumbest idea that I ever had. And I wish I never had it. But yes, in that moment, I thought about just making a call.
Okay. So you activated the Discord application on the iPad and then you hid that iPad behind the bed. Right?
Yes, because I wanted to catch her having sex.
Okay. And then, so you had to move the bed out to put the iPad there, right?
No. There's a window. There's plenty of space. I could just.
Okay. So you went on top of the bed and then you put the iPad in that little compartment behind the bed.
No, I could just reach my arm.
Okay. But you had to plug the iPad into the wall.
Yeah. So the battery would die all the time. Yes, I had to keep it charged.
So were you able to lean over the bed into that small opening to plug the charger into the wall?
There's a little white dresser. I moved that out a little bit, but I never moved the bed.
All right. So you set up the Discord, you plugged the iPad in, and then you said you left the apartment right after that, right?
Moments later, yes.
Okay. That is not true, correct?
How so?
Because you activated the Discord application on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
What do you mean by activated?
You activated the Discord application at 9:17 a.m., correct?
On my phone? So
on the iPad.
On the iPad it was activated, meaning like it joined the voice channel?
Yes, you saw the exhibits presented in court that the Discord application was activated on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
Okay, and when was I trashing the apartment?
Much later than that.
I'm not sure this is adding up.
Okay, but my question was, you saw the exhibits that you activated the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
Activated the iPad or activated the voice call on Discord?
Activated the Discord.
So meaning I logged into the Discord and put it in the voice chat channel?
You activated the Discord application on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., correct?
That was around the time I was in the apartment, right?
Okay. You only arrived at the apartment around 9:14 a.m., correct? This is People's 45.
When did I activate it again?
Mr. Abulaban, you cannot ask me questions.
I'm just trying to
You have
follow.
to answer mine. You only went to the apartment per the surveillance video on October 21st, 2021, around 9:14 a.m., correct?
If that's what it says, yeah.
Right? And so you had to walk to the apartment, and then you said you knocked on the door, right?
Yeah.
Because you thought Anna would be home?
Yeah.
But you know what? Anna takes Amir to school in the morning, right? At that time?
Right, but I also got the notification she got the groceries.
You know that Anna takes Amir to school in this time frame.
That's correct, but I knew she would have been back by now.
You knew Anna would not be home
No, I
in the
didn't.
apartment.
No, I didn't.
So at 9:14...
She thanked me for the groceries. How would she have known about the groceries if she wasn't home? How did the groceries get on the counter? She was home.
At 9:14 a.m., you started your walk to the apartment, correct?
Whenever I exited the elevator.
Right? But that was 9:14 a.m., correct?
I guess so.
And then you walked to the apartment, and then you said you waited outside because you knocked to see if Anna would answer the door, correct?
I was texting her and then to see if she would open the door, and then I opened it.
Okay. So you were outside for what, a minute or two, waiting for her?
Probably less than, yeah, maybe.
Okay. And then you entered the apartment, and then the first thing you did was to go and activate the Discord application on the iPad, correct?
I don't know that.
Well, if you only went into the apartment at 9:15, about 9:15, 9:16 a.m., then when you entered the apartment, one of the first things you did was activate the Discord application, correct?
My memory was I was observing the apartment, and then I reached out to Anna to see where she was.
Time-wise, the first thing you did in that apartment was activate the Discord application.
Perhaps I did, but in my memory, I called Anna first.
So your plan when you entered, just like you did your research, was to go set up that application to spy on your wife, correct?
No, because I thought she was going to be home. I only went to the apartment to go talk to her.
And you hid the iPad behind the bed so that Anna would not know that you were listening to her in the apartment, correct?
At the time when I decided to, yeah, that's where I put it because I was trying to catch her cheating.
You had looked up ways to spy on her, and then you carried out your goal that morning on October 21st, correct?
I was not even thinking about those search results when I entered that apartment. I only went there to go visit my wife. So even if I got the time wrong about when I activated it, I still got the idea at that moment.
It's not about getting the time wrong. It's about you telling us that you did not activate that Discord application until you left the apartment. And that was
How would I have done that out of the apartment? I said I was in the apartment when I did that.
Yes, but you said that was the last thing you did. So that would have been around 9:45 a.m. when you left the floor and went onto the elevator, correct?
Okay, well that sounds like a reasonable amount of time to have a phone call and to trash an apartment and then activate it. I don't understand where you're going with this.
What you did was you first went into the apartment, you activated the Discord application, you trashed the apartment, and then you left and had that phone call with Anna in the hallway at 9:45 a.m., correct?
That's not correct.
Well, you told us that you paused your audio recording to have that phone call with Anna, right?
That was I don't know if I don't remember that. I mean, I remember saying that, but I don't remember if that's exactly how it happened.
That's how you testified, right?
Yeah, I know I said that yesterday, yes.
So the recording that your attorney played yesterday, that it was about a 12-minute recording of you inside the apartment and trashing it, that recording you started at 9:19 a.m., correct?
I don't remember when I started it.
Would it refresh your memory to see this page? All right, take a look at this page. This is from Detective Escalante's report.
Where am I?
Towards the bottom, there's a paragraph.
Here?
Correct. It says audio file. It says October 21st, 2021, 9:19 a.m., correct?
This one here?
This paragraph right here.
Okay. So
Just review it yourself and let me know when your memory's been refreshed.
why does it say it apparently takes place at 9:19? I'm not done. But it says apparently, so it seems like he doesn't even know what time.
You have to read this to yourself, and then I will ask you questions. Motion to strike.
So it says that I recorded the audio. I thought you asked me a question.
And then just let me know when your memory's been refreshed.
It says I recorded the audio as soon as I walked in.
Is your memory refreshed from reading this paragraph?
Ali's her texting Anna.
Just please don't read it out loud.
Okay, ready.
Okay, your memory's been refreshed about the timing?
Yeah, it says at 0919 that I went in and I started the audio recording where it says Anna has an STD, and then I called her and started accusing her of cheating. But you said I immediately activated the iPad. That is not what happened, and he says that too.
My question for you was your memory refreshed looking at this page of this report?
Yeah, and it doesn't follow with what you're doing.
And you activated your audio recording on your cell phone on October 21st, 2021 at 9:19 a.m., correct?
When I entered, yes.
Right. That was after you entered.
Yes.
Because you had already set up the Discord app. You had already activated the Discord application at 9:17, correct?
No, I started the recording because I saw that the groceries weren't even, she wasn't there.
I'm asking you about the time frame. You activated the Discord application on the iPad at 9:17 a.m., and then you only started your audio recording at 9:19, correct?
No, I don't recall that.
Right. That's what it says here in the report.
That's what it says, but...
All right. And so you had already set up the plan to spy on your wife before you even started this recording, correct?
I don't recall that. That's not how I remember it.
On the recording, you were making comments about Anna having an STD and AIDS and things like that, right?
I found a piece of paper in her luggage, yes.
That piece of paper didn't have anybody's name on it, correct?
It had a clinic in San Diego.
It did not have Anna's name on it, correct?
It was for her.
It did not have Anna's name on the paperwork, correct?
I can't recall if her name was on it, but it was in her luggage.
Did you put that paper there?
I found that paper.
All right. And on that audio recording that you made on your phone, you said you did that because you thought there'd be a problem with Anna, but she wasn't there, right?
I activated before I entered the apartment.
You did not actually, correct?
Objection on her arguments to the vote.
That's the same.
All right. On that recording, for 12 minutes, you were trashing the apartment, correct?
Say it again?
On that recording is 12 minutes long on your phone. The majority of that recording was you trashing your apartment, correct?
Sure, yes.
right? And yelling that Anna was cheating on you and things like that. Correct?
Yes, I want to say something, but I know you're not going to let me.
Right? And then after you trashed the apartment and then you threw out her clothes in the trash chute, you left the apartment and walked to the elevator, correct?
Yeah, when I was done for the day, or when I left, yeah.
And you saw that on the surveillance video, correct? You left the apartment and you walked towards the elevator, right?
Yeah, I was leaving.
And then we heard that phone call that you had with Anna where you were accusing her of cheating and she's not single and things like that, right?
I thought I had that in the apartment.
Well, you saw that surveillance video, correct? And you heard your voice and Anna's on that phone call?
Are you talking about the Nest camera?
I'm talking about the Nest surveillance video you saw in court.
That doesn't show me in the hallway. That just picked up my voice from my apartment.
It didn't show you in the hallway, leaving the apartment and walking to the elevator?
I don't remember the exact events, but
All right. And you had the phone call with Anna at around 9:45 a.m., correct?
in the hallway?
Yes.
Maybe I did. I don't remember.
And that was before you left the building, correct?
I was waiting for the elevator, I guess. On my way out.
You did not have that conversation with her in the apartment. You had it in the hallway. That was picked up on video, correct?
Well, then why would I be screaming she's cheating on me while I'm ransacking the apartment? What
Mr.
gave me that
Abulaban,
indication?
You cannot ask me a question. I'm asking you about what you saw and the time of the phone call. You had that phone call with Anna at 9:45 in the hallway, not in the apartment, correct?
No, it was in the apartment. I remember being in the apartment. I was on the phone and I was texting her at the same time.
And People's 102, this is the damage you did to the apartment, correct?
I mean, I threw a pumpkin and roses. No big deal.
All right. And on October 21st at 10:30 a.m., Anna texted you, "I want you out of my life once and for all," correct?
Wait, October 21st?
Correct.
What time?
At 10:30 a.m.
That's probably after she saw the apartment.
Okay. I'm not asking about what you saw. She sent you the text message at 10:30 on October 21st. "I want you out of my life once and for all."
If it's there, then
Correct.
maybe she said that, yeah.
And that made you mad, right?
I don't even remember her saying that to me.
You saw it in the text messages that I've showed in court, right?
I'm seeing it right here, but I don't even remember she said that to me.
Right. And that's People's 176, page 45, right? See that she texted you that.
I don't have that here.
All right. So you said that you went back to your hotel after you left Spire that morning, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you said you woke up and you heard the voices, Anna and another man, right?
Correct.
And you were listening to the conversation that Anna was having with Ray, right?
I was actively getting dressed while I was hearing it.
Right. So you were listening to the things that Anna was saying, right?
I heard a few things, but I wasn't actively like sitting and listening.
That was when you got upset, realizing she was with another man in the apartment, right?
No, that was when I realized that she is with a guy right now, and I wanted to go see who it was.
Right. You knew it wasn't a police officer, right?
I didn't know that. My friend told me maybe I shouldn't go because it could be a police officer.
You knew it wasn't based on the nature of the conversation, right?
Yeah, I guess I determined that, yeah.
You knew that she was with another man and giggling and having fun, right?
Yeah.
So when you're listening to this on your Discord application on your phone, you had already caught her with another man, right?
No.
But that's what you were listening to, right?
It could have been a friend. Could have been just hanging out.
You know it wasn't because of the nature of their conversation, right?
All I heard them say was, "Did Ali make this mess?" And then she said, "Yeah, and he bought me these cheap-ass roses." That's all I heard.
You did not need to drive to the apartment because you had already caught her on the application with another man, right?
No. That only confirmed what my suspicions were, and I needed to go validate it visually. I wanted to at least let her know I know that I'm onto her.
But you could have just recorded her doing one of your audio recordings. You could have audio recorded the conversation she was having with the other man, and that would have been your proof, right?
No, because I'm actively in a call on Discord. You can't record anything that's coming out of the same phone. I was not able to keep track of any of that or make a record of any of that.
You could have done any number of things to record or then tell people, "Oh, look, Anna's with another man," right?
No, I couldn't because my phone was being used in a voice chat with Discord. So I cannot record that. I cannot make another phone call. I don't have another device. I just have my phone.
You said that you would do audio recordings and send text messages and things like that. You could do it all at the same time.
A text message is fine. You can text while there's an active voice audio, but you can't be on a phone call and audio record.
You decided to drive straight to the Spire apartment from the hotel once you heard Anna with another man, correct?
Yeah.
And you were planning to surprise them and not let them know you were there, correct?
I wanted to find out what was going on, yes.
You sent a text to your friend Sammy around 2:36 p.m. "There's another man in my apartment, dude," right?
Mm.
And you said, "Do not contact her," correct?
Yes.
Right. So you already knew that she was with another man, correct?
I heard her with another man.
You continued to drive to the Spire apartment despite already knowing Anna was with another man, correct?
I did.
You left your hotel and loaded your gun, correct?
That's not true.
Your gun was loaded, correct?
No, there was a magazine in it because I was actively carrying the last few days. There was already a magazine with bullets in it, but there was no round in the chamber at any point.
But your gun was loaded, correct?
It was not ready to be fired.
You could have gone to the Spire apartment without your gun, correct?
I could have.
You purposely went there with your gun loaded, correct?
I already had it on my pants, but I thought about whether I should bring it, but I thought it would be better, it'd be safer if I brought it.
You actually did not have the gun on your pants because you had been sleeping, correct?
My pants were on the floor with my gun attached to the belt. Like I said, as soon as I heard this audio, I wasn't sitting there listening. I was like a fireman, just ready, just jumping into my pants. The gun was already on my. I was out the door.
You made the decision to put your pants on, a gun, and drive to the Spire apartment, correct?
That was the pants that was readily available. That's what I was wearing.
And you made sure you had extra magazines and over 100 rounds of ammunition, correct?
That's what I had in my safe ever since Virginia. First of all, that wasn't even near me. That was in the back of my Jeep in a safe.
You had all that ammunition and 3 magazines when you drove to the Spire apartment, correct?
It was in my safe, but I didn't bring it with me to the apartment.
Oh, you brought your gun with a loaded magazine, correct?
That's how you conceal carry. It was already there. It was already on there.
Do you have a concealed carry permit in California?
No, I don't, but I was actually in the process of.
Oh, so you were actually illegally carrying the gun, correct?
In that moment, in those few days, yes.
You were driving in your car and listening to Anna and the other man talking the whole time, correct?
No, I actually started to freak out because I stopped hearing the voices, and then all of a sudden I heard R&B music, and then I started to panic and scream. And
you wanted revenge for Anna being with another man, correct?
no, I wanted to know the truth. I was sick of the lies. I was sick of the back and forth. I wanted to just figure out, like as I said in that voice video, just let me know so I can move on. I wanted to catch her because she kept playing this innocent, she'll never do what I do. She turned my whole family against me. They're calling me a cheater. I wanted to show, like, look, she's doing it too. She's doing the same things that she's accusing me. I just wanted closure so I can move on.
Did you, at any point during that drive, tell yourself, oh, I shouldn't be driving to the apartment right now?
I didn't want to be in this situation. I knew that.
You never turned the car around and drove back to the hotel, correct?
No, I wanted to go see once and for all what the fuck's going on. Yes.
You didn't go to a friend's house instead, right?
Why would I? I'm thinking that my wife is about to have sex. I'm trying to go catch her.
You did not go to LA to go be with Sammy, correct?
That was the plan, but obviously it changed once the events changed, when I ordered the groceries, and then Anna was behaving strange, and then I went to the apartment to go check on her. She wasn't there. She lied to me. So LA was out of my mind at that moment.
But you did not make the decision to drive to LA instead of going to the Spire apartment, correct?
Once I heard the voices?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I wasn't thinking about LA at that moment.
Right? You didn't drive to a bar to go get a drink instead of driving to the Spire, correct?
No.
You didn't go to the gym to go work out instead of going to the Spire, correct?
No.
You didn't go out to lunch to try to get your mind off things instead of going to the Spire, correct?
No.
You didn't decide in that moment, oh, I'll just divorce Anna because she's with another man, right?
I didn't know who he was. I didn't know, because depending on who it was, let's say if it was Nick or Miko, I would have never assumed they were in a relationship. I would assume that maybe they're just hanging out to comfort her, but when I found out who it was, then I knew that.
You didn't answer my question. You didn't just decide instead, oh, let me just get a divorce from Anna because she's with another man, right?
In that moment, no. I was trying to understand what's going on with Anna.
You didn't call your mom to talk to her about what you had been hearing, correct?
No.
You didn't call your dad to talk to him about what you were hearing on the audio recording, correct?
I didn't have time for all this.
Oh, you didn't have time on the 15-minute drive?
I was listening and I was freaking out.
Okay.
I was driving.
You didn't call any of your siblings or your stepmom to talk to them instead of driving to the Spire, correct?
No, I didn't call anybody.
You didn't call any friend to vent your anger instead of driving to the Spire, correct?
I get where you're going.
I need you to answer my question. You did not call any friend to vent your anger instead of going to the Spire, correct?
No, I was driving to the Spire.
And you said it took you 15 minutes to get there, right?
About.
Yeah, you were driving just fine, right?
No, I was driving over like 90 miles an hour.
You're driving fast, but you weren't crashing into anything, right?
I wish I did.
You weren't though, right?
I was focused. I did coke and I was in the zone, and it's like the only thing on my mind is there's a man in my house. There's a man in my house. Anna's with a man. Let me go find out who this is. I wasn't thinking about mom or a friend or LA. I'm thinking, holy fuck, everything that I've been suspicious about is happening. This is my chance to go find out.
You're
That's
not
what's happening.
answering my question.
That is the answer to your question.
My question was, You were driving just fine on the road.
I was driving erratically. If I would have been pulled over, I would have been arrested for reckless driving and possession of a firearm. So I was even in danger to myself.
While you were listening to Anna and Ray on the recording on your phone, you were mad, right?
I was amplified.
They were disrespecting you, right?
I didn't even understand the situation yet. I didn't understand. Nobody was disrespecting me. I'm absorbing this as I'm going. I'm just trying to learn.
Well, you said that they were making fun of you, and that made you upset, right?
It was just part of what I heard, and it amplified me. I was worked up.
So you felt disrespected by them, right?
No, I was freaking out.
You had plenty of time in that car ride thinking about killing them, right?
Never crossed my mind.
So you parked on the street outside the parking garage on J Street, right?
Just right outside, yes.
Okay. You didn't park in the building, right?
No.
You didn't.
I didn't have the pass.
Right? And you didn't walk through the Pinnacle lobby like you had done every other time, including that morning, right?
Actually, the normal way for me to go to my apartment is to go down to the garage, park my car, take the elevator up. I never go through lobbies in the first place.
But that morning, you went through the Pinnacle lobby.
No.
At 9 in the morning, correct? To enter the Spire, you walked through the Pinnacle lobby, correct?
It's easier to reach from J Street, yes. That's where my GPS takes me.
You did not do the same before you went to go shoot Anna and Ray, correct?
I parked in the garage. I don't know why I parked there. That's just...
Ran through the parking garage so no one would see you, correct?
The parking garages constantly have vehicles. There was vehicles passing left and right.
You didn't want to walk through the lobby as you were about to go shoot Anna and Ray, correct?
My weapon wasn't seen by anybody. No, it doesn't matter where I would have walked. Nobody would have known I had a gun on me. At no point do you see a weapon in my hand.
You parked on the street so you could get away more quickly after you shot and killed them, correct?
No, I parked there because it was just the closest place to the entrance, the garage.
You put your holster on your jeans on the left side, correct?
It was already there. That's why I wear it. I'm left-handed.
And when you ran into the parking garage, your gun was already in your holster attached to your jeans, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And in People's 52, this is you adjusting your belt around your holster and your gun, correct?
Yeah, I was tightening it.
Your gun was already loaded, correct?
It was... I don't know what you mean by loaded. There was a magazine with bullets, but it was not ready to be fired.
You were in the parking garage for 5 minutes before you got in the elevator, right?
I had forgotten the key, so I ran all the way to the elevators. I tried to get into the black gate. I realized I didn't have the key on me, and I ran back.
Okay. But that whole process took 5 minutes. From 2:50 to 2:55, you were running in the parking lot, correct?
I was frantically running from my car to try to get to the elevator. I realized I didn't have the key, so now I'm freaking out about that because the events are still going on. Nothing's changed. So I ran back to my car to go grab the key, ran back to go take the elevator up. Still freaking out about what's going on because the more time that passes, the more I'm thinking, okay, it's going to get closer and closer to actually happening.
In the parking garage, you didn't then change your mind and leave, correct?
Because nothing had changed. I'm still trying to go catch them.
You didn't say to yourself, oh, what am I doing? And leave the garage, correct?
I knew what I was doing. I wanted to go catch my wife.
Okay. You got on the elevator and you took it to the 35th floor, right?
Yes.
And before you did that, 2 minutes before you got on the elevator, you activated your audio recording, right?
Maybe I did.
Because you activated your audio recording at 2:53 p.m. and it went 5 minutes through the shooting, correct?
Yeah, I think so. Again, to record what could have taken place. I mean, because
that was your doing, going into the apartment, correct?
Yes, I wanted to have an audio recording, a accurate and true representation of what took place, or what would have taken place.
You rode the elevator up, which took you about 3 minutes, right?
It took a while, yeah.
From 2:55 to 2:58 p.m., correct? Mm-hmm. And while you were taking that 3-minute ride up the elevator, you didn't decide, let me just get off the elevator and go back to the hotel, right?
No, why would I think that? Because I had not completed what was I there for? Exactly.
You were there to kill your wife and Ray, correct?
No, I was not. I was there to catch my wife cheating.
In People 68, was this the direction you ran to go take the elevator?
Yeah, right behind, you see where that pillar with the white and blue? If you follow that down to the left, there's a black gate, and it lets you go into the...
So that's the route you took in the parking garage with your gun to go get the elevator, correct?
Correct.
And then in People 60, this is you getting off the elevator before the door even opened, correct?
Correct.
And then you ran down the hallway, and then you made another right to get to the apartment, correct?
That's how you get to my apartment, yes.
And after you turned the corner and ran to apartment 3508, you took out your gun, right?
No. No, I only had my key card in my right hand.
All right, so let me go over what you testified to yesterday. You told us that you used your key card to open the door, correct?
Correct.
right? And then once you open and that door's pretty heavy, right?
It is a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So you had to, you use some finesse to open the door, right?
You have to push it. Yeah.
So you push the door open, and that's when you looked over and you noticed that Anna was not in the bedroom. She was on the couch, correct?
So when I went into the house, I was startled by the fact that, yes, they were on the couch.
Okay. And so you said that you first saw Anna, but you couldn't see the man, right?
Yeah, because he was leaning back.
Okay. Because Anna was leaning forward and blocking your view of the man, correct?
She had turned like this to look at me.
Okay.
Go ahead and make record that he turned to his left side.
Thank you. Okay, so you said Anna turned to her left, and then she noticed you, correct?
Yes.
All right, so once Anna turned to the left and noticed you, that's when Ray leaned his head forward, right?
He removed his arm and then leaned forward to see who was at the door.
Okay, so Ray leaned forward, and then that's when you first noticed that it was Ray, right?
Immediately, yes.
All right. So you noticed it was Ray, and then you said that's when Ray did this nod. Like you mentioned it yesterday. He nodded up in the air.
Yeah, he kind of just, he had his eyebrow arched and he went, like, what's up?
Okay. And that made you mad, right?
Him being there, him being anywhere involved in this is what I never imagined that in a million years. Just his whole involvement, just seeing his face just did something to me.
Okay.
That was like the straw that broke the camel's back mentally. I mean, I don't know what happened. Something just snapped and I.
So then you said that once you noticed Ray and then he did that head nod, then you said that you felt betrayed, right?
I felt, of course, it's like a betrayal, yes.
Okay. And then you testified that at that moment, when you were looking at Anna and Ray, you felt betrayed, and you said you didn't expect that Anna would do that to you, correct?
I was sharing some of the feelings how I felt about the situation. I may not have felt that in the exact moment because of how fast it happened, but when I testified yesterday, I got really emotional. So I may have interjected some after feelings about this.
Okay, but in the moment, you were processing your feelings and realizing that Anna had betrayed you, right?
No, so let me put it this way. I opened the door. Anna, Ray.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
That's exactly how fast it happened.
But I'm asking you about what you testified to yesterday. You testified that all of these things happened, and then you were processing the fact that Anna had betrayed you, correct?
No, I was not processing. There was no time for me to process. My brain was like a caveman in that moment. Right. Anna, man, Ray. Right. It went from a man to identifying Ray.
All right.
And then,
so you testified to all of those things happening, and you confirmed that that was all the way it happened, correct?
I was describing it for the first time in front of everybody.
Okay.
And I was, obviously it took me a lot longer to describe.
But you were describing different things that were happening with the leaning and the nod and all of these different things, correct?
This is like a matter of 2 seconds.
Not all of those things that you described, that you saw and felt, could not have happened in 1.5 seconds, correct?
Objection on our argument today.
Next.
And I'm going to play just like about a 20-second clip from one of the exhibits. There's only 1 or 2 words on it. I wasn't planning to pass out the transcript, but it's People's 179.
Okay.
Okay, that's the recording from your phone of the shooting, correct?
Correct.
You shot your gun so fast upon entering that apartment, correct?
Correct.
You could not have seen all of those things happening with Anna leaning forward and then leaning back and then noticing Ray and Ray doing the head nod and then you realizing you were betrayed and then firing.
No,
correct?
the way you're explaining, that's not how it went down. It wasn't all these thoughts and all these.
What you're saying did not go down. Correct?
That is exactly how it went down. When I went in, Anna didn't lean forward. She was already looking in that direction when she heard the beep of the door open. So Anna was already looking at me to see who's coming in. When I walked in, I immediately saw Anna. And then Ray popped up immediately, did the head nod, and that's when I pulled the gun out. That can certainly happen in that time frame.
When you enter the apartment, about a second and a half later, you racked your gun, right?
That's what it says, yeah.
That's that sound at the beginning, you racking your gun, correct?
Correct.
And then you hear a clink on that recording, and that is the bullet falling out of your gun because you racked it, correct?
No.
There was already a bullet in the chamber when you fired your gun, correct?
I had to rack it in order for when I first walked in, the first rack was what put the first bullet in the chamber. There was no clink.
One moment. Okay, looking at People's 89, page 9. The circled area marked 1, that is an unfired bullet in your apartment. That bullet fell out of your gun when you racked it when you entered the apartment, correct?
That's incorrect. My door, look how far my door is. I was standing in front of the door. You said none of this could have happened in the time frame. So how could I have walked from my door to that door to cock it and rack it? I was standing at the door. I racked it. No clink, no bullet. There's no bullet by the door.
That's
because my firearm was empty.
That live round is right in the dining room, correct?
And that must have been the second or the second rack. Because from the first time I fired, it was one direct motion, like I was propelled forward in one fluid motion towards the couch. So that one bullet right there, that is the second rack.
You missed the first shot you took, right?
I cannot confirm which bullets hit or which not. There was a lot of gunpowder smoke.
You heard on the audio recording that Anna said something like, what the fuck, or something like that.
Yeah,
correct?
I heard Anna.
All right. And so the first shot that you took, you missed both of them, correct?
Both of them? The first?
Or did you hit Ray on the first shot?
It was either the first or the second that hit him because I noticed in between shots that he was laying back now.
After you fired the first shot, you didn't decide to stop, correct?
I couldn't.
You racked the gun again after you fired the first shot, correct?
I heard it. I don't remember doing that.
But you did that, correct?
That's what happened.
You did not need to rack your gun because there was already a bullet in the chamber, correct?
That's correct.
You racked it to intimidate your victims, correct?
Objection and argument.
I mean, I'm planning to answer. I'm just I'm trying to. If I'm trying to kill them, why am I trying to intimidate them? That doesn't make no damn sense. What do you want to go? What do you want to say is happening here? That I'm processing these thoughts and feelings. How did she betray me? Or did I just fucking happen? It just happened. There is no intimidation. There is no. I didn't even know that they were seeing each other. I didn't know that that was going to happen. It just. I saw it. My gun's in my hand. I racked it because there was no bullet in the chamber. And then I racked it again after the first shot. That doesn't make sense. Why I would do that? The gun was not jammed at any point. Even the way that I'm handling the firearm doesn't make sense.
Are you holding it to the side or straight up?
No, I held it one-handed. I don't know. Am I allowed to point?
I'm asking you, did you hold your gun straight up or were you holding it to the side when you were shooting Ann and Ray?
No, I'm not a gang member. I don't shoot that way. I had it like this.
Straight up.
Straight up, yes. Sorry, straight up.
You racked the gun a second time, and at that point, you didn't stop shooting, correct?
I couldn't.
You could have stopped, but you didn't.
I couldn't. It happened so fast.
You then put your finger on the trigger again and fired a second shot.
My finger never left the trigger.
You fired the second shot after you racked it the second time, right?
Instantaneously.
When you racked your gun the second time, that bullet fell on the carpet in front of the couch, correct?
I don't know. But that doesn't look like the carpet. You said, so number one is not near the carpet at all. And that's not on the carpet.
Thank you. And just for the record, People's 176 is now 60 pages.
All right, you worked it out, Charlie?
Yes. All right. We were talking about the second time you racked your gun and then a live round fell out of the chamber, correct?
I don't remember these events, but if I racked the gun, that's what would have happened.
Okay. And so looking at People's 89, page 14, there's a live round labeled 6 that's on the carpet in front of the couch. That was the bullet that fell out of your gun after the second time you racked it.
That doesn't make sense. Starting at the door, how could the second rack be all the way in the living room? That doesn't make sense unless you think I jumped from the door to.
Well, you got to the couch pretty quickly, correct?
I walked, but there was multiple shots fired from the front door to the point where I even reached the carpet.
When you.
Okay, so yeah, there is like over an hour or so more of testimony. So what do you guys want to do? You want me to just schedule part 3? So we can end here. We got through the part of um this fool. I don't even know why he brought this to trial, to be honest with you. Like, you already admitted to it. You took pictures of the crime, sent them to your mother. I don't even. He's a narcissist. We all know that. I don't what he was thinking. I don't even know if he was thinking. I don't know. He's a fool. That's all I know. But there is like over an hour or so left, so I think that I should just schedule part 3. But I really want y'all to actually see the I want y'all to actually see the sentencing hearing, because yes, Jella, thank you for that. That's what I was thinking, because it's like wow, this video is almost 4 hours, and we've been here now watching this video plus the other one that we watched previous to this. That one was 11 minutes, but it was sped up. But this was over an hour. So I'm with Jella. I'm going to schedule part 3. I don't know if this is my first time watching the cross-examination with you guys. I saw Denisha, yeah. So I actually saw, like I said, on Oxygen. I saw the stuff they did. It was pretty good. I like the way they put it together, and it shows how this guy was wilding out. Like, they really showed him on TikTok. He was a big TikToker, and he had did so much work with a lot of big TikTokers. Like I said, he still has 187,000 followers on Instagram. So he goes by the name of Jinkid, JINNKID. So he still has on Instagram, but a lot of his videos are not on TikTok anymore. You can go over there. They just, they show you some of them, but all the videos where he was cursing her out on social media, doing, he just said the cocaine right on social media. He had gotten terrible. But I think that we had enough for him today, because I was feeling like this, y'all. I was getting ready to say, y'all better just shoot in where is the reinforcement? Where is the reinforcement, please? Because yeah, I was looking for the reinforcement. Like, where's the reinforcement? Because this fool's crazy. So what I'll do is I'll schedule for you guys. Thank you so much for coming and spending this afternoon with me. I am forever grateful for you guys being here and watching this with me and finding interest in this. So my content is moving on, like, it's going to be a lot of true crime. Of course, if something interests me that's out there, I'll cover it. I don't know if I'm gonna even cover any of the Diddy stuff. I may do like certain parts, but you got so many people out here that's, they are talking about it, and and instead of like making sure that your resources are reliable before you putting stuff out here, people just putting stuff out here because it sounds good. We all knew that, he was scum of the earth. I almost was Diddy. And I even went back and to give you guys just a quick now that I think about it, the girl that she said she set me up for a gig. They wanted to see me in Florida. It was this whole big thing about this young artist, and I went, and it was a good thing that I had like the spidey senses that I had. But it was so bad that last week I actually went to pull this model up to see if she was still modeling, and she's still at it. And I believe that, now that I'm thinking about, everything. It was a joke before, but I truly think that that's what she was up to at the time. I think this is what she's up to now. Like she's claiming to be uh, Muhammad Ali's father's granddaughter. But why you just can't say that you are? So is Muhammad Ali your uncle? Okay, but yeah, I really had to go back and look at it, and I was just mad and grateful at the same time. The YSL trial, Denitra. So the YSL trial. I have some stuff on there, on my channel, but I truly go to Cat Not Williams channel. Well, I listen to it because I'm working during the day when the trial is going on. As soon as I'm getting off, it's off. The trial is definitely interesting. Every day that I've started watching it, every day, it's very addictive. Every day that I started watching it, the judge should have called a mistrial. And if we start going down that, like, have you been watching it, Denitra? That's please. Have you been following the YSL case? It's so wrong. It's wrong on so many levels that this man has offered. So let me just tell y'all about Mr. Jeffrey Williams. I can guarantee you, if he gets out of this, he's not going to help the community no more, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. So this man has offered them to pay for his own for police officers that are off duty to stay at his, with him, and to pay them out of pocket, put on an ankle monitor, only allow people that are approved to come visit him at his home. And all of the guests that can visit his home have to be searched before they can go inside the home by the police officer. And he has offered to pay for all of this. And this was before they started, like, this leg of the trial with the new judge. She denied it. Like, what the heck really going on? And the sad thing is, the other one of the only 6 of them that's on trial right now, and I forget his name right now. Daggone it. His attorney is Doug Weinstein. If you know who I'm talking about, Denitra put his name in the chat. But this guy's not even from Atlanta. The only reason why he went there was because he's a rapper and to be signed to YSL. And so now, because DA want to act like everything is a crime, you had this man locked up for years. He don't even know most of these people. And what is so sad about those deals too? Let's move Gunna out the way. He's traveling. I really didn't look at his stuff, but I'm talking about, first of all, the trial was brought because of Woody. Now, I wish it would have happened for Woody at a different time and not at this time. But Woody is the reason why they got this trial on here. Now, Woody done finessed y'all. And y'all done brought a whole RICO trial because y'all wanted Thug. You done caught all of the investigators lying on the stand, talking about they don't have notes. They catch the DA love. They catch her lying every day. I think that they should charge the prosecutors with a RICO. Now, I'm all for, if somebody commit a crime, charge them for it. They would have done better if they would have charged them separately. But all of the people that you have on the street that you gave immunity deals for, this is alleged. It's alleged, my opinion. Those are the killers that you got as state witnesses. You can tell by their testimony. Girl, let me tell you something. I don't care if he's been getting a disability check all his life. He played on that whole girl. I'm speechless about what he did. But do you know that the Johnny Cochran law firm brought him to the Thurgood Marshall School of Law to teach the law students that are currently in law in school, to teach them about how he finessed the DA in Fulton County. Yeah. So they even have people on what do they call them? The unindicted co-conspirators. Lil Quez and Mike is fake. Just like we looking for RICO, because y'all haven't proved a RICO yet. We was out here looking for Lil Mike and Quez, and they came out of Woody Head. Now, last week they was talking about some guy named Lee. Quandary Zachary was like, well, who the hell is that? Who is Lee? Yes. You didn't know? Yes. So they had some unindicted co-conspirators. One was named Lil Mike, excuse me, and one was named Quez. Let me show you how Woody had them spelling these people's name. There you go, Lil Mike and Quez. There they go. Lil Mike and Quez don't exist. Woody made it up. He told them, I'll take a little bit of truth and mix it with a bunch of lies and tell these people what they want so I could get out of jail. But you know what? What they did to Woody was horrible. The way they kept arresting him for nothing, arresting him because he was on probation, saying that the probation officer said that he violated his probation, and it was a lie. So the probation officer is saying, I didn't tell y'all that. But then the way they knew his attorney was going on vacation, they brought Kayla Bumpus, who was the African-American attorney. She just was standing in for his attorney, who was Melnick at the time. And this is why the judge got kicked off of the case, Judge Glanville, is because they had an ex parte meeting with Woody, who was already sworn in on the stand in the judge's chambers with the DAs. You didn't tell the defense team nothing. Nobody knew nothing. They had a right to be there. But and then through that ex parte meeting is where they discovered some more Brady information. So Brady information is information that the state has, but has not turned over to the defense. They have a lot of Brady discovered evidence that they are finding, and the prosecutors are withholding evidence, but they don't have any evidence on Thug. Thug is only charged with one count. That's the first count, which is the RICO count, which means that all those other counts that the others are charged for, if they are found guilty of those charges, then Thug is automatically guilty of the charges because he's charged with the RICO. But other than the RICO, they don't have anything on him. Why y'all got these men locked up for all this time? And they already got these other three men to get on the stand and say that the guns was theirs. This wasn't for furtherance of the game. Yeah, Denitra, it is. This was not for furtherance of the game for YSL. YSL, they keep forgetting to say YSL's name a lot of times, or because they go days without mentioning Doug's name. Sometimes they forget because he didn't commit any of these crimes. And they also have proof that Doug was telling them, y'all don't have to do this no more. I'm going to give y'all jobs. He hired one guy to be head of security. He messed that up. This other guy that they had on the stand last week, he hasn't spoken to Doug in over 10 years. He was a little boy with sickle cell in the hospital for, he had 2 blood transfusions in the hospital. Love, you sent them to the hospital and arrested this young man. Then you complain about his disease in open court. I don't know if you guys even watched the YSL trial, but just look at some of the videos where you see Love on it. They're out here, and you're gonna be like, what? She be making up stuff out the air. And it's like you sitting there like, wait a minute, but that's not what? So this guy, Quandarius Zachary, his father said he's coming to court because y'all subpoena him, but he's not coming as no state witness. He's just going to come and give his testimony because y'all subpoena him to come to court. She came to court. She told the judge that his father told him he don't have to come to court. He got this legal advice from somebody else that he doesn't have to come to court. That's all a lie. This is all the stuff that Love is making up, and she don't care about saying it in open court because nobody has done anything to her yet. But if y'all do get a chance, excuse me, y'all can watch it. Yeah, Angela, you can watch it on like I said, I go and listen on Cat Not Williams' channel. I just want everybody. I'm talking about all of us as a whole. We cannot pull the race card in this. We can't. Y'all can't come out now and say, "Oh, it's the race card. It's the race card." No, you can't. You have you have 2 Black African American women that are the head of all of this stuff. So Fannie Willis. You let them bring this trial, this case. The person before you that had this, they didn't want to bring this trial because they didn't have any. They know the trial is bogus. And so the DA, the old DA, and the assistant DA that initially looked at this case, they quit. So you have this lady now, DA Love. She's been on the case for I don't know how long. And this is allegedly my opinion, recused Judge Glanville was just working with them. If you go back and look at the trial from the days that he was on the bench, he was letting anything fly, was giving them defense lawyers a hard time. That only means one thing: you already got in your mind that these guys are guilty. Some of them are guilty of some stuff, but the ones that's guilty, they on the street already. They got immunity deals and came into court and ripped your cases to shreds. One guy that was on the stand before this one, before the last guy, Quandarius Zachary, it was Sledge. These guys can't read well. They're uneducated. But he had an attorney at the time that he signed the plea agreement. He already had told his attorney he doesn't agree with 3 things that Love put in his agreement. The attorney tried to talk to her. She said she's not changing anything. Then she said she changed it. Then she told his attorney, just wait till he come to court. When he get on the stand, He can say what he will agree with. What? He was in jail. He signed this plea agreement in order to get out of jail. And you're telling him to, oh, just come, on the day you're supposed to testify. And we can remove the things you have a problem with. He had a problem with you saying that what he was doing was for YSL or Jeffrey. He had a problem with that, or Thug. He had a problem with those things. Now, but he said, yeah, I did. I did X, Y, and Z. Yeah, I did it. But I ain't do it for nobody. So he finally had to go off on Love. And he told Love, listen, who are you talking to? I'm not a little kid. So stop screaming at me like I'm a little kid, because that's what she does. She gets them on the stand and she starts screaming and hollering at him. He said, I'm not scared of you or them guys sitting over there that's on trial. Now, if you ask me something like a decent person, I could talk to you like a decent person. But all that screaming at me, I'm not your child. She had to bring her voice down like, oh, so you want me to talk like this? Now he mad. She said, could we rewind and start over? He said, no, I might even have to go see somebody after this because you done hurt my brain. When I tell you I was laughing, but it's not funny. But the guy from last week, Zachary, Quandarius Zachary, that definitely broke my heart. It broke my heart into pieces. This guy has sickle cell. I have the trait, right? And it's so serious, like I said yesterday, it's so serious that if you have the trait and you conceive a child, they will have you have your husband, partner, whoever is the father of the child, come in to test to see if they have the trait. Because if you have the trait and they have the trait, the child is going to have the disease. Who apologized? Oh yeah, you know what? You have the perfect point right there. So before this judge came on, even if you calling him Thug, you should be calling him Young Thug because that's his stage name, right? But you calling him Thug, and that's it. And they already had like a back and forth with this, but that's why you have to watch the trial to even believe that this woman is supposed to be as educated as she is. Some of the stunts that she pulls, it's like everybody can see right through it, but you're the only one that can't see through your own foolishness. Yeah, why do you keep calling this man Thug? And so, Young Thug is making music while he's while he's locked up. He has a clothing line. It's called Spire. She's trying to say that's a gang. Oh, Spider is a gang. So, he wears his own clothes in the courtroom sometimes. She want to say that it's all gang related. What, lady? What? So I guess we the pink gang over here. Please don't have them send the RICO down. And Melanie, they're gonna send the RICO over there because you got the Timberland boot over there going on with that 100 sign. Oh yeah, that's a RICO. Sneaky links there. That's a gang too. They just to make us all a part of the YouTube. We got a YouTube RICO going on here. That's exactly how they run in the case. And even crimes that are happening right now, or crimes that have just happened like 2 or 3 months ago, she's trying to introduce it and saying, "Oh yeah, they're still doing what Mr. Williams Thug what want them to do, even though he's in jail." What? Who apologized, Anitra? Love? Oh, she apologized to Slad. She didn't mean none of that. She only did she did that. She had to do that. She got ate up when he was on the stand. The judge rebuked her in front of the jury. She was heated about that. But that was one of the best highlights. One of the best highlights of this trial, that she was rebuked by the judge. And The judge is now just getting to see what a mess of a case that this is. But I don't care if you've been on this case long enough to have dismissed this case. They don't have any evidence. It's a bunch of he said, she said, lawyers getting on the stand, lying, investigators getting on the stand, lying. And it's not just like you're just saying this. They're actually catching them. They have the proof. They're actually catching them in these untruths, and all the judges wants to say, well, I don't think that they meant to do it. I just think that no, they meant to do it. You need to really, really start opening your eyes. The games that love is playing with you every day that you just getting hip to, she's been doing it this whole time. But I think you guys are really tune into that. If you have children, sons, daughters, definitely from now until whenever they declare this a mistrial or whenever they get to the end, I'm pretty sure they already lost the jury. I would have been lost too. You pay me $25 a day. This trial been going on for years. I would, and a lot, the judge, they'll put the jury up because they need to go over something that happened. A lot of times they come back, bring the jury back in, and the judge tells the jury, everything you just heard, just forget all about that. What? So we supposed to just forget everything that this it is something that's interesting. I think that everybody that has children or just family members should. You have people that do a great job of just breaking it down and keeping it very contained, so you don't have to watch all of the trials. So I do know it's a YouTuber on here. His name is his channel is called the Cuff Boys. I like the way he will go and put days together, and he pulls out what's important, and that's all that he shows you, and he has it down to a science. So even if you want to go over there to his channel and take a look over there, sometimes I was just going over there and watching before I started just listening to the trial all day. He does a great job with it, and I don't know him anything like that. His channel is I just go over there. I like his commentary. So that's the only reason why I go. And I like the way he breaks it down for you. You don't have to watch all of this stuff, but trust me, you guys will be interested if you start watching, because for Quandarius Zachary, for you to lock this man up before he never said he was not coming to court, but Love lied to the judge and told the judge, oh, his father said that he's not coming. It's okay for you to listen to his father when you think that his father says something like this, but it's not okay for you to listen to his father when y'all want to do illegal stuff like locking him up. And he wasn't a material witness until y'all locked him up, had him locked up on Rice Street. I don't know if y'all heard about what's going on Rice Street, the jail on Rice Street. Nobody should be living there. I was a correction officer for 7.5 years. And where I worked, it was spotless. Because just like those inmates, you in there. It's bad enough, for them. They're in a room with somebody, they got a roommate. When it's lockdown time, it's just lockdown time. You gotta take a dump. You better have figured out how to, put a towel over your nose or hold it or something, because y'all smelling each other like that. I was a correction officer. I didn't want to smell that. I didn't want to smell that. And some of them, it's a lot. Use the bathroom. It's a lot. I didn't want to smell that. When I tell you that it was spotless where I worked. So all that's going on Rice Street, at Rice Street. Mm-mm. So I also did a lot of work where I booked in the prisoners coming right off the street into jail. The worst con ever. Y'all think yeah, Diddy's lawyers was trying to get him out of jail because he was on drugs, so he was definitely kicking. They give them a kicking pack. It consists of like Motrin, something for the vomiting that they do. That they vomit. A lot of times it's just yellow liquid and smells so bad. So from them coming in, one day they brought this inmate in, and you could just see in her hair and everything. And I just was like, nope, nope, no, 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 nope. She gonna sit right there. Let me call the medical department. I need y'all to bring some of that stuff y'all the people that got lice or something. I'm not checking this inmate because I can see that something is not going on right in her hair. I'm not checking her. Bring the quail lotion. I need y'all to bring that quail down here. Y'all need to go in the shower area. Yeah, and she needs to be quelled. So we actually made that part of our the policies and procedures. These inmates are just coming from off the street. You just arrested this inmate, or this inmate has been sitting in a police precinct over the weekend. When they get here, everybody's getting quelled from here on out. So yeah, it's just like certain things that you can make changes because it's for your safety. Your main goal is to make it home to your family. So all of those things matter. Like their hygiene, these inmates' well-being, everything, all of this stuff matters. And if you're somebody that has some type of compassion and empathy, all this stuff is going to matter to you anyway. That's somebody's family. I had an uncle that died in Sing Sing prison in the hospital, though. He was in Sing Sing, serving his sentence, but his health took a turn, and we knew he was going to pass, and so they moved him to the hospital. He died. He passed there. But you can't just be working in these places with your eyes closed. Oh, these inmates locked in. So basically, because where I worked, we wasn't behind no glass sitting, and it wasn't like you see some of them people, they behind the glass and they sitting in the middle when they got the door where they can close. No, we had a desk right there in the middle of the floor, and these inmates just walking around. So a lot of times, like I started working where I was booking in inmates, or sometimes a lot of times I would work on the pod where we would hold them until they were cleared, until they got quailed, they got their little kicking medication, they was feeling all right, until they can take a shower with it started smelling like they was really taking a shower. You had to be medically cleared before you left that area. So I know exactly what Diddy that claimed he didn't do it. I know exactly what he's going through and why he's trying to get to the federal court in Newark, because to the holding facility in Newark, New Jersey. He wants to go there because where he at in New York, it's rough over there. It's rough over here in this place too, but they may have more of your white collar criminals housed there only. Like they're not really mixed in like they are at the facility where he is now. So I say all that to say, start paying attention to this YSL trial, because it's a lot going on in here, and it's horrible and it's terrible. And like I said, they cannot pull a race card about this one. Y'all are some African American women that are trying to take these men down, that you have not proved a charge yet. The only charge that you prove is What he said he shot up, he Pow Pow YF and Lucci's mama's house. That's what he said when he was on the stand. These guys, these other two guys, yeah, we shot, yeah, I Pow Pow did, I did that drive by, yeah, because they was Pow Powing at my cousin. Now these are all the people that got immunity. So what they say on the stand, they can't hold it against them, or a lot of the crimes that they're charging them with, people already have served time for that. So what they did was brought these charges back, put them all together, and said, "Oh yeah, they did all this for Doug. That man has a kidney issue, and I'm hoping that Doug's attorney he got one of the best attorneys in the United States of America. He's not only fluent in law and criminal law." He does appellate cases as well. They call him YSL Steel. So one of the reasons, so he still got to go to court for the last judge holding him in contempt when he was going to lock him up. I don't know if y'all saw the trial then, right before Judge Glanville got recused finally from this case. He had held, we call him YSL Steel. He had held Steel in contempt, and they were going to take Steel to jail. They actually did take him in the back, but before he went, he had took us off his jacket. I'm going to just leave this jacket here, so they can go ahead and turn my jacket and stuff over to my wife. He said, but I just want to put something on the record. And I'm going to end the show with this, because I said, wait a minute, wait a whole minute. He said, I'm gonna just in the I just want to put something on the record. I want to know that since you arrested me, and I speak to my client all the time, all day long, every day, even when we're not here, we're working on the case. I visit him often. Can you put me in the cell with him so we can continue to work on his case? I said, what? Somebody bring out the because wait a minute, why I still say you're gonna lock me up with Doug, put me in a room with Doug, and you're gonna agree to that? Judge, you have absolutely no control over where they put his attorney, and for a fact that they're not going to put his attorney. Well, you probably didn't know for a fact, but I knew that they wasn't going to put his attorney with him. He don't get to ask them where he get locked up at. So what this judge tried to do was say that he was locking him up every weekend. I think it was for 20 weeks, I want to say it was. It would have basically been the whole summer. So he could come to jail on Friday, and he would be released on Sunday at 7 o'clock. What? But the attorney was like, all right, you're going to lock me up. Make sure you put me in a room with Doug, because we still got to work on this case. They can't work on any other cases right now. So, Doug is paying him. He's making a lot of money from Doug. But you know what I like, and this is what warms my heart, is that he really truly believes in Jeffrey Williams is what I like to call him, because that's his name. He believes in his artistry, and he believes in him, and he has gotten to know him personally. And Doug has some health issues, and I'm hoping that he brings that interview that Doug did. If you go to Doug Daily on Twitter, he has a lot of stuff. He also reports by the minute. Go over there. There is an interview that young Doug did before he got arrested, like years ago, and it explains all about his illness, about him finding out that he has kidney issues, and the day that he died. He tell you he passed away, because this is what they told him when he went to the hospital. I hope his attorney brings, it's 2 interviews. I hope that he brings them in as part of his case. But I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me on this Sunday. I'll be checking to see who's live, just to slide through and show some love. If you have a channel, Mel always shares everybody's link. So even though I'm really still not on social media like that. Yeah, I'll check in on her. And Sneaky Link, if you're still here, I do know that also yeah, we needed to get together for October. And Mel, we already know, we talked about that already. Whatever you want to do for October too, yeah, just let me know early, so that I can make sure that I'm available. Cause yeah, I'm here, but I'm a survivor, but I'm going to do just a little teeny bit still, but I'm better than I was. So yeah, I'm going to end the show now, but it wouldn't be me, guys, if I did not tell you to thank you for staying with me to the end, Jella. I appreciate you and all your support, and thank you once again for ordering the book. You put a smile on my face today. I'm just gonna say that. Thank you, Mel. Thank you for always coming here and modding whenever I go live or whatever. Just having my back all the time. Even I was going sometime, and sometimes, excuse me, I just, when I'm going through something health wise, I just shut down. I shut everything off. I don't be telling people nothing, and I'll be going. That's something I need to work on. I'm gonna work on. My sister gonna work on it. Thank you all for being here all the time, Mel, and even that I was gone. Still getting in the box. Like, hey, girl, where you at? Where you at? What's going on? What you doing? I do appreciate that. Appreciate you for checking on me. And to everybody else. If you watch on the replay, make sure you hit that like button, the like button. I do have the membership. You can join the membership if you like. It would be greatly appreciated, but it wouldn't be me if I didn't end my show as I always do. And I tell you guys to make sure you get your mammograms, fill in your boobies to make sure that you are all right. And don't you dare let anybody else come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I'm Survivor Speaks, and I will see you in the next live or video. Peace.
Full cycle, I just might though, just like a Michael. Mama gone now, I'm thinking death is not we entitled. And it was me versus me, them battles had to fight through. And when you way in the dark, them demons try to fight you. But you can't let them when you gotta see the damn light. Diabetes came from nowhere, messed up whole life. That's what I used to think, my mama helped me out. I got one dairy in this guy to make proud, don't count me out. Let's get it started, rest in peace my mama, I don't wanna talk. Fresh fit, who that little nigga, fresh the way he walk. New drip, I'm that one dude creating all the sauce. News flip, you that one do the worker, not a boss. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm standing tall. It's safe to say that after all this, I'm still gon' ball. It's safe to say that after